Afternoon folks, how are we all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Right, for those who are interested, what do I wear and what do I take with me when I go off-road, or green laning, or adventure riding, whatever you want to call it. Now before we start, I'm not saying this is what you should do, I'm not saying this is the best gear, it's what I personally find comfortable and fits within my budget, because obviously it depends on your budget. Just a few things that I wear and the gear I take with me. Like I say, it's just what I use, you choose what you want, but it's a rough guide. Start off with what I wear underneath, apart from underwear. I start off with what I call my armoured tights. These things, hope you can see them in the camera. They are basically a base layer with armour, a mesh base layer. You have coccyx, that's the bum bone, hip armour and knee armour. They're fairly well ventilated, as you can see, but you do tend to get a bit of a sweat on at times, or at least I do. I wear those mainly because when I did come off my Himalayan, when I first started going off-road, I badly bruised my hip. All down my hip, my thigh bone were really badly bruised, so I wear them to try and reduce the damage. On top of them, enduro trousers. In this particular case, these are my Liat trousers. The material, I think, is very much like your waterproof trousers. Can't remember the name of it. If I do, I'll stick it on the screen. They're fairly abrasion resistant. I wouldn't say super duper, but they're fairly abrasion resistant. There is obviously no body armour in them. They just go over the top of your body armour. They're water resistant, very flexible and easy to wear. That's your trousers. Now on the top half, generally I'll wear a t-shirt with a long sleeve top or something, and the jacket depends on what time of year it is. Mostly I would wear, if it's wet or wintry, my RST X-Raid jacket, which is just a normal textile jacket. Whatever jacket I'm wearing, I will have elbow, shoulder and back protection. Always wear them. Every jacket I've got, I wear them. But for tomorrow, I'm trying something different, which is quite warm. My mesh jacket, summer mesh jacket. Again, back protector, shoulder and elbow. But over the top of that, bear with me, I'll be wearing this. This is an Answer waterproof jacket. Bought from JT's or JTS accessories, whatever you call them. It's about 30 quid. It's a laminated waterproof jacket. And it is waterproof. I know I've worn it out in the pouring rain. Not a drop of water got through. Absolutely brilliant. But you will sweat. Then, if it keeps the draft and the rain off, I don't mind. I always take it off, fold it up and shove it in my bag. And just wear my mesh jacket. That's the easy bit. Hands, what do you wear in your hands? Where did I put them? Right, hands, what do we wear on our hands? Gloves, obviously. These particular ones are LS2 Vegas gloves, I believe they're called. Textile glove, more of an enduro style than anything. Well ventilated, so you don't get too hot and sweaty. They are quite well padded, and there is a little bit of a liner in them, so even in the cooler weather, they're not too cold. If it's wet, really wet, you can wear disposable gloves like latex gloves underneath to keep your hands dry. Oh, it's all sorts of motocross gloves you can buy as well. These I find handy because I can wear them to the trails, which for me is normally a 2-hour ride or thereabouts to get there, road ride. And I got black ones for the road. But then they're great on the trails. What I will do though, is I'll take a spare pair. I'll probably wear these ones, well, on the trail, should we say. But I'll take another pair with me, which I'll wear to and from the trail. So if I end up coming off, getting covered in mud, end up freezing, soaked in wet water, and these get soaked through, I just chuck them in my rucksack, put nice dry gloves on to ride home, making it more comfortable for me. Bear with me, we'll go on to the helmet. Okie dokie. Helmet. Obviously you're going to wear a helmet. My particular case, LS2 MX436. It's my adventure helmet, currently with a tinted visor, but I've got a clear one. I'll often wear this. I wear it most of the time on the KTM anyway, or, as I'll probably wear tomorrow, because the weather should be pretty good, an LS2 MX437, which is a full-blown motocross lid. This one has no visor whatsoever, double D-ring, unlike the ratchet strap on my adventure helmet. So obviously, no different. It's a lot lighter, but you do a lot more drafty too. Now, of course, with that, I'll wear goggles. In this case, these are 100% goggles. not expensive. I've got clear ones as well, just mirror tinted. They will actually work on both my helmets. I've done it before where the clear visor on the adventure helmet, I wore these and I managed to shut the visor over the goggles on the way to the trail, which was great. So always wear goggles. Well, take them with you just in case. Back in a jiffy. So, last bit of kit, your feet. What are you going to wear on your feet? Strong boots. Whatever you're wearing otherwise, whether you wear textile trousers, a full suit, jeans, please, for Christ's sakes, wear decent, strong boots. You can snap an ankle really easy on the trails if you're not careful. So I strongly recommend a good, hefty pair of boots. Minimum, something like combat boots, as long as they're fairly thick. I have been for quite some time wearing these. These are former adventure boots, I think they call them. They are waterproof, really comfortable, quite nice and flexible for general wear. Nice thick tread your sole. Great boot, but they do have a fair bit of flex in the ankle and in the foot, which I was more than happy with for a while. But I've always been a bit wary that they've got that much flex in them. So the other day I bought myself something else. I got a pair of these. These are Wolf Sport motocross boots. Now I bought these second hand off eBay, paid about 35 quid with postage. They are worn, but then I thought, well, if I don't get on with them, I've wasted 35 quid. If I go on great with them, and I get used to them, I'll buy myself a new pair. Again, they should be fairly waterproof, we hope. We hope. The sole is a lot stiffer, so it'll give me more support stood up on the pegs. And on the side here, it's very plasticky, so a lot more ankle support. You may not look it, but it's a lot more ankle support there, to less likelihood of twisting my ankle. They're not comfortable to walk in, I can assure you of that. They arrived, I put them on, said, yep, great. I put them up in the cupboard, haven't even worn them yet, not on the trail, so that's going to be an experiment for tomorrow. But basically that's the gear I wear. So you've got your armour tights, as I call them, or body armour, mesh body armour on my legs, enduro trousers over the top, and I can put waterproofs over them if I want to. I just wear any of my jackets over the top with shoulder, elbow and back protector. Always have a back protector, for Christ's sakes. Even if it's just the foam rubber things, it helps. I've normally got a rucksack on with my camera kit and stuff in, but I still have a back protector. Gloves, I always wear textile gloves because leather, once it gets wet, it stays wet. It takes a long time to dry and the cold gets through. Take a spare pair of gloves with you. You can always switch them over on the way, or, as I say, take disposable latex gloves you can wear inside your gloves. Keeps the cold and the rain off. You can take them off and bin them when you get home, or dry them out, whatever you want to do. Helmet, whatever you want to wear. I choose to wear an adventure helmet or a motocross helmet with goggles. That's my choice. What you wear is entirely up to you. Like I said, that's what I wear when I go on the trails. It's my choice, what I feel comfortable wearing. What you feel comfortable in or what you choose to wear is entirely up to you. But as long as you've got some kind of strong protection, especially against the joints and ankles, etc., you should be fine. Okay, so next part of the video, I'm going to take you outside and show you what I actually carry on the bike when I go on the trails. Catch you in a wee bit. Doodles. Okay folks, so what do I actually carry on the bike for when I go off-road? We'll start off with the most important in a way. Very basic, very simple first aid kit. Bought it off eBay, dirt cheap. Disposable gloves, including long sleeve ones, just in case. I put them in a waterproof bag. I also carry visor cleaner and a cloth. Leatherman multi-tool, again, waterproof bag. This is my breakdown kit, as it were. I've got the original toolkit on the bike. Now, as far as I'm concerned, if I can't fix it with the tools on the bike, then it's going to have to be a recovery job anyway, so I've got RAC cover for that. So I don't carry too many tools. What I do carry is this. Puncture repair kit I bought off, I don't know, Wish or eBay or somewhere. It's a dirt cheap one. But recently, I bought these, which are screw-in plugs. Puncture plugs, or as I call them, tyre butt plugs. Stop giggling. So punctures for tubeless tyres. I run tubeless, so I'm okay. If you're tubed tyres, sorry, you're going to have to bring your own stuff. I also carry a selection of valves and a valve key, just in case. More rubber gloves so you don't get grease and muck all over my hands. The other thing I carry, an electric pump. I like to lower the tyre pressures on a bike before I go on the trail down to 26 psi, which is what KTM recommend. I use that to pump them back up, and of course digital tyre gauge, because the gauge on this is highly inaccurate. When I pump them up, it goes up to about 50 psi, which is about 35 psi actually on the bike. So don't trust the gauge on them. I take a digital one with me as well. The only other thing I've got with me is a phone cable, charge cable for my phone, and another waterproof bag just to carry bits and bobs in. Where does all this go on the bike? In here. First aid kit on my little pack on the back of the bike there, and these tusk panniers. Now they're only small, can't remember what size they are, about 6 or 8 litres a side I believe. Very simple. Do expand a bit, there's a little pocket in there. They are not waterproof, they are water resistant, but they're great little bags. As you can see, they strap to the bike. They also come with a little velcroed on rubber thing on the inside, which is a heat protector against exhaust. Oh, I did fit a Rhino Walk heat shield. So they're pretty good. They're not huge, they don't get in the way, you don't carry an awful lot of kit. Because what I find is if I've got 36 litre bags, I will carry 36 litres worth of kit. Probably unnecessary and excess weight. That's literally all I carry on the bike when I go off-road. Ah, and of course, a sat-nav, which isn't on there. Anyway, right, what mods have I done to set this up for off-road? Well, obviously the tyres. I fitted AnlasCapra-x tyres, which are classed as a 50-50 tyre. I would say more 60-40, as in 60% off-road, 40% on-road, personally. I find them a great tyre in all weathers and really good through all the sort of off-roading conditions that I do. Remember, I'm very much an amateur and I do take it easy. I'm no professional, as it were. I've removed the foot peg rubbers from the foot pegs to better grip. I may replace them in due course with bigger ones. I haven't decided yet. Fitted this brake master cylinder cover, a reservoir cover. There's also an ABS cover on there, just to avoid any stone chips, etc. On this side, again, foot peg rubber out, obviously. Gear position indicator cover. I fitted an open sprocket cover as well. This is aluminium, the original is plastic, but I've done that so it's much easier to clean out in there when it gets dirty, full of muck and rubbish and God knows what. It's so much easier to clean out. Side stand foot plate, just so when you park up in the not so solid ground, a bit more of a foot plate to stop the bike tipping over. And the other modifications I've done for off-road: radiator grill guard, better than the plastic rubbish that was on there. I've chosen to fit the shorter R screen. I'll try and get in the picture there, with a little screen extension, because I find it better than the tall screen that originally came with this bike. Tall screen's great on the road, apart from the wind buffering around my helmet, but off-road I found it was blowing air direct into my eyes, so I fitted the shorter screen. I'm still running stock handguards, I haven't bothered changing them. I don't do anything extreme. If they fall over and break, then I'll look at replacing them. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I've done. Oh, I did remove the handrails, grab rails off the back and a little rack, more than anything to reduce weight. Oh, I changed the seat. This is the lowered rally seat instead of a two-piece seat, but that again was more for choice of comfort than anything, or lack of. That's basically all I've done for the mods to take the bike off-road. There we go, folks, that's it. What I wear, what I take with me, what I've done to the bike. For an amateur off-roader, it suits me fine. Like I say, it's up to you what you wear or what you do. I just go with what I can afford with my budget and what I find comfortable. Okay, hope that's of help to somebody. As always, I ask you to like, share and subscribe, because it really does help the channel. I want to hit 1,000 subs this year. Just say I've done it, so shut up, I'm filming, sorry. I want to hit 1,000 subs this year, just say I've done it. But in the meantime, folks, whatever you're doing, please be safe, ride safe and have fun. No, I hadn't forgotten. Toodles!